The University of Nevada, Reno, Service Animal Policy by Ashley Edwards. On the first day of school, everyone goes to class, but once you get to the end of the semester, class sizes diminish. The surviving students that are left don't want to pay attention and plead for distraction. There is a student who is paying attention, but also has their pet with a vest next to them, who is sleeping as their owner takes notes. The problem isn't that the students are looking at the dog, or even that the dog is taking attention away from the teacher. The problem is that they see a pet and not a service animal on duty, which is written on any service dog's vest. From the influx of pets on college campuses, most people marginalize all dogs as pets, even though most are service animals. The problem with having all dogs marginalized is the fact that most animal lovers will try to divert a service dog's attention, thus causing repercussions to the handler because their dog is being distracted from their job. The purpose of having a service animal is to help a human in need with daily activities. Therefore, there should be only service dogs allowed in classrooms, not pets, emotional support animals, or other animals as well. An example of marginalizing animals is shown in this photo. As seen in the picture, there are two UNR students who are taking a photo in support of canine companions. In the photo, the dog has a vest, a collar, and a halter on. All of these are components usually pointing to a service dog, but this photo tells otherwise. It can be seen by how the woman is holding the dog's head and the way she is looking at the dog that the dog isn't complying with her wishes of taking a photo. It is clear that the dog can't be defined as a service dog because he could also be an emotional support animal as well. UNR's current service animal regulations are broad because it doesn't specify what kind of animals are allowed, which means someone could bring a boa constrictor onto campus claiming to be a service animal. Another part of the regulation states that the registering of your service animal is voluntary, but not mandatory, as long as your animal behaves well in public. From the lack of regulations, there is free range for a lot of people to take advantage and increase the chances of putting someone in danger. Part of the problem is the universities promoting and conditioning students to have less respect for service animals. The counseling center is taking a step further and trying to fill the need of having a pet in the life of a student by having a stress relief time called Take 5. The picture they use to advertise is false representation of the dogs that are at Take 5. The false advertisement is creating a norm of seeing puppies on campus. The part the counseling center is doing right is that they are accomplishing their goal of reducing stress. In a study of anxiety, stress, and coping, there was a clear evidence that by petting a live animal can reduce stress and anxiety. But on the other hand, Take 5 is conditioning students to think that all dogs, even service dogs, are pets and can be touched. The confusing part that people don't realize is that dogs used for Take 5 are emotional support dogs, but are lumped together with service animals. Service dogs, while on duty, should not be touched, which is clearly stated in bold writing on their vests and usually verbalized by their handlers. In all, people need to be more aware of boundaries with service dogs, and our schools should not enable behavior that can cause harm to handlers of service animals. But universities shouldn't ban all dogs. The reason dogs have been trained to be service animals is because they are great companions. They are affectionate, smart, and one of the most loyal animals to have as a pet, which is why it's direly important to let service animals be allowed on campuses, because there are too many benefits that would be deprived from students who need a service dog. There is a difference, though, between a pet and a service dog. A service dog helps a person with daily activities, as shown in the picture on the right. This dog has been trained to use tools to open doors when told to do so, to allow easier access for those in wheelchairs to go through doors that aren't automatic. But as seen on the left is a regular pet in front of the Joe on campus, just relaxing and not contributing to anything. It is in the utmost importance that we stray away from allowing pets on campuses and amend the regulations for service animals. If Nevada is advertising that safety on campus is the #1 priority, then they should have rules and regulations to match the big game they talk about, which is why we need to advocate for a review of regulations of service animals and regulations of having service animals in classrooms. Here are my works cited, and thank you for listening.